recently I've had a change of heart on something, and I'm starting to see that Toei Animation is potentially, keyword here, potentially on point when it comes to the One Piece anime, because we are in the final saga, and there's so much material that's gonna be important for upcoming events that we haven't even gotten to yet in the manga. But particularly for, let's say, anime-only watchers of One Piece, it's going to be really difficult because there are giant swaths, chunks of information that they're not privy to at all, which could be pivotal, vital to the last few arcs of the entire story. And Toei has rearranged a few things. At first, I'm like, hell no. But now, when I'm thinking about it from their perspective and why they're doing what they could be doing, okay, I see what's going on, and I like it.
That's all you had to say.
What I also like, first and foremost, if you don't know, is opening 26 of One Piece, Us. This opening is absolutely outstanding. I've watched it like on repeat a few times, and honestly, I think it is a top contender for best opening of the year 2024, which is crazy because January is not even halfway through yet. But this opening and then the Mashle opening, bro, these openings slap. I'm not too sure if this one is my favorite opening of all time for One Piece, because for me, it's always been opening 14. The last opening of the pre-time skip is a it's so damn good. Hits the heart in so many ways. But this one is just epic. So I would say it is the best opening of the post-time skip, but I'm not too sure if it's the best opening of all time for One Piece. I'll play it safe for now, and I'll just say it's top 3. It's in my top 3 One Piece openings of all time at this point in time, because it's so damn good. They unironically animated the entire Eustass Captain Kidd versus Red Hair Shanks fight. That is crazy.
Okay. He was right.
But if you don't know, now you know. This opening and the ending too was under the direction of Megumi.
Yes!
Megumi Ishitani. Once again, gracing us with outstanding content. Not only was the past opening under her wing, but also, I mean, obviously the legendary, the fabled 1015, the episode that I would say is like a definitive 10 out of 10 to this day. The best episode of One Piece in One Piece history. And so given her track record, another zinger for her for an anime opening, oh yeah, makes a lot of sense. But also, of course, we need to give a lot of credit here to Keisuke Mori, who, as far as I understand, was the lead animation director for the opening and the ending, Keisuke Mori. And the results of their work is masterclass stuff. Key animators for the opening were Bahi JD, Izumi Seguchi, Masami Mori, Orashi, Shota Shigetsuru, Vincent Chansard, Ji Guang Liu, Takashi Kojima, Yen BM, Naoki Tate, Shin Kashiwaguma, and if I forgot anybody else, then I apologize. So much love to everybody that was a part of the creation of this opening of One Piece, because it is a banger. And if you want to see my initial reaction to it, Nami, Whole Cake Island, Zoro, Wano Country, Luffy, Whole Cake, that is amazing. You can check it out on my Cole Plus YouTube channel. And if you want to see my episode reactions, first and foremost to One Piece, I do them live on my Patreon, link in the box below. 2 episodes deep into Egghead Island, and it's been a good start. So far, no beat misses, and part of the reason why I think it's gonna be easier for Toei Animation to kind of maintain form when it comes to animation quality for this arc, the main bulk of the episode is shorter compared to previous arcs, because we have an opening, we have an ending, there's minor recap, and then at the very end of the episode, after the ending, there is this section called the Tell Me Robin, Chopper, I Wanna Learn More, You Fool. Now, first, I'm like, okay, really?
Good.
Why do we have this section here in One Piece where it just feels like we're just adding dead time that could be used to bolster the main meat of the actual episode itself? This is my same problem with Bleach, the 1,000 Year Blood War, where they just add in these random things at the end. I'm like, yo.
Beauty means
we're wasting time. This time could have been used to add more content to the actual episode itself. Though albeit these Robin and Chopper segments aren't done in like that Bleach fashion, they're more done in, let's say, a Shangri-La Frontier fashion, where they do add some funny, but also at times information material about the characters, the world, certain meetups, and so on and so forth. At first, I'm not a big fan, but when I think about it, there is so much opportunity